The change in Daniel and Sarah's marriage was subtle, a slow, creeping distance that settled between them. Evenings once filled with laughter now felt polite but distant. Daniel's gestures of affection were met with hesitation, a flicker of pause that signaled something had shifted. The bedroom, once a sanctuary, became a space marked by emotional and physical distance. Daniel replayed their interactions, searching for answers, feeling a quiet ache as Sarah gently turned away from his touch. Conversations grew functional, affection faded, and Daniel mourned the loss of the intimacy that once defined their bond. He wasn't just missing sex, he missed the language of touch and desire that had connected them. Lost in unfamiliar territory, Daniel felt isolated within the relationship meant to be his anchor. Daniel often drifted back to the early days, lazy mornings, spontaneous dances, and the effortless intimacy that once filled their lives. He remembered the warmth of her hand, the way she'd lean on his shoulder, and the playful spark in her eyes. These memories weren't resentful, but bittersweet reminders of a closeness that now felt distant. The contrast between past and present weighed heavily on his heart. He missed the small rituals, the casual touch, the shared laughter that built their love. Now he saw worry and sadness in Sarah's eyes, a light dimmed by something neither could name. Their history was rich with connection, but each memory highlighted the current emptiness. Daniel clung to these memories, hoping they could guide them back to each other. Hoping to reconnect, Daniel planned date nights, getaways, and thoughtful gestures, each an attempt to bridge the growing gap. Sarah's gratitude was genuine, but intimacy remained out of reach, her gentle rejections becoming a painful refrain. Daniel's self-doubt grew, questioning his own desirability and feeling unseen by the person who mattered most. For Sarah, each rejection brought guilt and frustration, trapped in a cycle of wanting to want him but unable to respond. The pressure only deepened her retreat, and their dynamic became a silent dance of advance and withdrawal. Unspoken emotions, his hurt, her shame, filled the space between them. The more he reached out, the further she withdrew, both feeling misunderstood and alone. The bridge Daniel tried to build seemed to collapse before it could ever reach her. The turning point came with raw honesty. Sarah, through tears, confessed her fears and the numbness that had replaced her desire. Daniel's perspective shifted from rejection to empathy, holding her not for passion, but for comfort. He promised they'd face this together and began researching what she was experiencing. Discovering female sexual interest arousal disorder, FSIAD, gave their struggle a name and lifted the burden of blame. It wasn't a choice or a lack of love, it was a medical condition. This knowledge brought relief and transformed their approach from confusion to compassion. Daniel learned a new language of patience and support, no longer lost in hurt. With understanding, he was ready to navigate this new terrain alongside Sarah. They were no longer alone in the dark. With new understanding, Daniel focused on emotional safety, setting aside expectations, and simply listening to Sarah. They rebuilt intimacy through small acts of care, tea in the evening, long walks, gentle touch without agenda. The pressure faded, replaced by security and unconditional love. Together, they sought help from professionals, becoming active participants in their healing. Their intimacy grew quieter, but deeper and more resilient. They learned that true connection is built in quiet moments of empathy and patience. Love became an architecture of care, a promise to walk through the dark together. In facing their challenge, their bond became stronger than ever.